And we thank you for joining us here on WFXR News at noon. I'm David DeGuzman. Well, we have made our way 19 miles west of where God's Pit Crew's home base is in Port Charlotte. We're here in Venice, Florida at a mobile home park, and as you can see, the pictures speak for themselves. The damage here is indescribable, but sheet metal in front of nearly every single home in this community. And I remember being here in Charlottesville for Tony Elliott's introductory press conference, and he was talking about how he was looking forward to raising these young men to be prepared for the world after graduation. And in his first year, he now has to deal with this. And as we heard from Hugh Freeze, the Liberty head coach, earlier today, there is nothing that can prepare you for a situation like this. Two people are still on the run this morning after a lengthy standoff in Lynchburg. Now is definitely kind of that sleet, those small little pellets just bouncing off of my jacket, frankly bouncing off of my face right now, and it actually hurts. It looks a little clean right now behind me, right? But they're still cleaning up all of this. All the confetti, a lot of it fell. Now, there's something magical about being here in New York City during the holidays that even for a New Yorker like myself, it's worth going out and braving the cold and the crowds. George Hodson is president of Veritas Vineyards and Winery. There's a lot of vineyards in this area. What makes Veritas stand out, especially when you talk about the wine?
Yeah, I think one of the things we have is 20 years of history.
That's right. 3 years ago, Matt Tifft was racing here at Martinsville Speedway and suffered a seizure. Turns out he was diagnosed with epilepsy. Well, 3 years later, he's back in a different role as the owner of Team Live Fast Racing. Matt, thanks so much for joining us. Take us back to that day. What was that like, and what's it like to be back now? 20 years is still as fresh as yesterday for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, it does. It is hard to believe. It's been 20 years.
Josh Maddox works here in Roanoke as a financial consultant for Morgan Stanley. But 20 years ago, he was just a 22-year-old in New York City and was in the South Tower of the World Trade Center on 9/11.